Hello friends, and welcome to the finale of Donkey Kong Country 3. Yes, we are in the home stretch. We just have a few more levels to do, and a few more bosses to beat, and a few more secrets to acquire. So let's get ourselves started with a quick visit to Wrinkly. You know, one last good save just in case. Look at all those banana birds. So just take a look here. Yep. That's quite a bit there. The last 10% of the game. You want to see the Lost World? Now, which channel is that on? Alright, so we have two more regular levels left in this world, and then we have a final boss, and then we have the last level of the Lost World, and then we have a secret boss, and then it's a bunch of secrets to collect. So, here we go, with one of the most annoying levels in the game. So you know all those coin enemies, right? Well, now those enemies are, they're on the move, and they will be very annoying to work with, because they will push and shove you all around, and it's not fun. In this world, Dixie is very invaluable. And the reason I say that, it's easy to position yourself on the coins, because they won't move if you're on top of their shields. But when you are in front of them, they are the most annoying things in the world. Okay, you like this for a reason. There's that one. Okay. Another one of those tree hiding ones. And the camera moved and I'm like, what's going on here? So as you can tell here, you're basically playing it in a try to stay in the center at all times, no matter how you jump moves. We got through that one. Alright, now we have to lead them along. I always remembered having a lot of trouble with this. That's why I just got really good at doing this level as Dixie, and there's the first death. I overshot. It's just the whole they push you around thing, and it's just hard to react to that. Dixie gives these coins a chance at, like, being in position to be below you to lift up their shield. And that gives me the opportunity to plan my moves. Actually, better idea. I would very much like to have solid ground when I do this. Thank you. And now I would very much like to have the ability to make my jumps, because I'm always going to want to try to land in the center. I had that one, and you know it. Okay. That takes care of the bonuses of this world, and I'm very thankful for that. Okay. I'm trying to remember. It's over there, I think. So the trick there, that's where the change is. You can still jump on these ones. But it's just making sure you can make the jump. Oh, we got through. I managed that one a lot better than I thought I was. Alright, now here we go. This one's an interesting one. Because if you remember one of Captain K. Rool's attacks in DKC2 that can flip your controls, imagine that being the whole level. So, I'm holding left, I'm going right. I'm holding right, I'm going left. This whole level is in reverse. Thankfully, up and down aren't reversed. But you gotta play around that the whole way through. I mean, it's not the hardest thing in the world per se, but it messes with your brain. And of course, as soon as you jump out of the water, your controls are back to regular. So as soon as you leave the water, you have to be ready to press the other direction. It also messes with your brain, and can be kind of difficult to deal with, too. Nothing. Okay. I'm trying to remember. I almost feel like you do get the chance at On Guard in this level. Speak of the swordfish! Now, what's really funny is you can still do the dash, and it will still take you in the direction you're facing. So if you're not confident with your movements, just dash all around. Let's make sure there's nothing hiding in a spot I can't see. Gotcha. Huh, only 2 more bonus coins to get, so there's only 1 more bonus barrel I have to deal with. Now, for anyone who's wondering, wouldn't there be any bonus barrels in the final level of the Lost World? No, and it does not follow the same premise as DKC2, with bonuses being the DK coins, since they're all found on the coin enemies. That level literally just does not have a bonus barrel in it at all. Which is fair, because you would have paid Boomer for all of the explosions. And at that rate, there wouldn't be any other explosions, so there'd be no need for the coins. Makes perfect sense. So, it's a level you have to get through. Good, that worked. Makes safe getting down here. But yeah, you just have to get through the level, and all's good. The problem is actually getting through the level. Oh wow, that actually set me pretty high. But we'll deal with that level when I get to it, which will be after I defeat the boss of this world. Yeah, I was gonna eat that, but there's a DK barrel. Swim? No. I risked it. Didn't work. I'm doing okay so far. I mean, I did lose my backup Kong, but I'm doing okay. Until I didn't read that situation properly. Oops. Didn't quite work out for me. That's the funny thing. They actually made On Guard's charge really powerful in this game compared to DKC2. I think it's actually like you have more invincibility as you're charging. Ooh, just about ate that one. Just about also ate that one. It's hard for me to get my movements going when they're in reverse. Nice. Okay, don't risk it. Swim! As long as I can handle each section as a direction, I can hold the direction in one way. And I know that, okay, as long as I hold that button down, I'm swimming forward. I just have to interpret it in my head as swimming forward. Okay. Yes, we are near the end here. I know that. So I think I have to do high bank shot. There we go. Should be right here, actually. We did it! I missed one? Oh, I totally missed one. Dang. Well, I gotta go through the level again. That's on me. Dang, I totally missed that. I should have done a little bit of extra looking. Alright, gotta keep an eye out. Might have been in a spot I wasn't thinking to look. I know it's not up there, that was just a single coin. Might have been closer to the beginning? No, there was nothing there. That way led to the bonus. This way leads to a free on guard, which I don't necessarily need. So which way do I go? That's a blank, so we go this way. I shouldn't have done that. Down we go. Okay, we made the half, so it's at some point here. Now I'm doing this without on guard. It's a little bit tougher. I guess if all else fails, just swim across the bottom. Okay, but no obvious signs of a bonus barrel. Just the N. Okay, we got through that. Okay, we're making it work. Still doing fine. Whereabouts are ya? Is it up here? No. That leads you to the end. Yeah, I figured I was gonna eat that. Ah, it's gotta be down there. Oh boy. Certainly making the last bonus here a bit of a challenge. At least after this, I won't have to do any form of secret hunting. I just have to literally beat bosses and beat levels. I totally just did that. Go on the bottom, me. It's much easier that way. I can learn. Swim. Alright, as long as I keep both my Kongs. If I can keep both Kongs, I have a damage boost through those urchins. Okay, go to the bottom. There. Collect 30 stars. Let's do it. Hopefully the concept's not so bad. Just have to remember how to swim. And there we go. Now, I can say I have every regular bonus coin. Now let the fun really begin, because now we're in the home stretch, beginning with the first of the final boss runs here. Hey, familiar face. Click. Kongs back. Chaos will be victorious. So kind of similar to how the first fight went. Oops. Ooh, I don't know how bad that's gonna be. That worked? I'm fine with that. Apparently we have another new face. Well, that part was pretty simple. Now, of course, as in typical villain fashion, that was just a fake out. Hey, look, it's a familiar face wearing some new gigs. Baron K. Rulenstein. Oh no, what have you done? My wife's gonna kill me. I used all her best pots and pans to make him. And then you just cast him aside. As if he were a stack of empty tins. I thought that's what he was. Funny how it actually is a back and forth between them now. What? How dare you? Chaos was my ticket to world domination. I'd have gotten away with it. If it wasn't for that line from that one cartoon that everyone keeps saying. I guess it just isn't your day, is it? Well, you may have roasted my robot, but I'm the master chef around here, and I reckon it's about time your goose was cooked. And begin. So the trick with this, Mr. K. Rulenstein here, will fly around the level, and we have to hit him in the back of his copter pack. There will be many challenges that go about that, but this is just the first round. There's like 5 different things we have to go through. Can't believe I'm not making that jump. What the heck? There we go. Now we just have to wait for him to fly right back around. Alright, well that ends phase 1. Also, it is funny to watch him hop around the playing field in his little hurt animation. Alright. And of course, he introduces electricity into the matter. So we just have to keep pulling on these levers to drop barrels in spots. And we fry him a little bit. Thankfully, the phases don't... Oh, I missed. Thankfully, the phases don't follow the typical boss thing where it's the rule of 3 for doing things. It's like you have to do the same instance 3 times to defeat a phase or a boss or what have you. And this time, it's 2 times per phase. So now we begin phase 3. So now we have to take a moving platform around to hit a switch. We take it back. I like how Kitty's doing a little moonwalk there. We just have to do it one more time. Of course, K. Rulenstein here is a little bit faster, so we have to be very quick with our jumps and our descension. But that ends phase 3. So now, the lightning is sporadic. We can stand on the platform to dodge the lightning. Oops. And if we need to, which we're going to have to, we run to the other side as fast as we can, and we dodge the lightning. Now in this case, K. Rulenstein will stay down until the lightning actually does zap him. Alright, well that ends phase 4. I think. Nope, maybe we do have to go through one more hit. It's been a while. Can't remember just how many things we have to do. Also, if we are too slow to pick up the barrel, the lightning will break it. So we have to time that even. Whoa! Please tell me this is it. And that's it. All right. Well, first boss taken care of. Has Dixie rejoined for this cutscene? Whoa, my head. What happened? And we got Donkey and Diddy back. 1 minute I was dreaming about the world's biggest pile of bananas. The next, I was a power-crazed madman. Hey, don't worry, Donkey. Thanks to Dixie, it's over. And Kitty, don't forget Kitty. I'm impressed. I bet even Cranky would be after that performance. Nope, not really. I do like this bit. Right, you go this way, Kitty, and I'll go that way. Now, of course, there should be a Dixie Kong in there, too. You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses, would you? Okay, so we're gonna go through a bit of the usual end of credits, show off all of the enemies type of bit here. So we'll just let this play out here. I don't think the actual credits will play out until I finish every actual part of the game. That's what I'm remembering happens. But no, we're just gonna have a little bit of the enemy parade, as they call it, or just the parade of all the characters that were in the game, which is kind of a nice touch, especially for some of the boss characters and the brother bears, and I don't think the Kongs get this treatment. But for some of the bosses and for some of the bosses and for all of the bear brothers, they get some really nice stylized art. And if I can talk about that for just a moment, I know it's going to be a bit till it shows up, but that's just something I miss out of a lot of today's media when it comes to games. Like, don't get me wrong, there's still like stylized art for a lot of games nowadays, so it's not like I'm saying, oh, everything nowadays is bad and everything back then was good. No, of course not. But there is an element to the art that I'm very nostalgic for. And maybe it's just because, like, a lot of this might make me sound like a bit of a nerd, unless it already hasn't been made apparent, but I used to read a lot of strategy guides and the like instruction manuals to games. And in order to fill out the spaces, they had to have, like, you know, art of the characters that did not match the game style, but was very clearly done in whomever the artist's style was. And I always thought that was a very cool thing to see. And with a lot of early games too, it's like you didn't have, we'll say, to the best ability that the game could display all of the, like, the cool pictures or the art or the backgrounds or stuff like that. So it was really cool to see a same yet different interpretation of the art. Maybe it is just me being nostalgic for like 16-bit era gaming or 64-bit era gaming or just anything of the old days, but there's just a style to things that have been lost. And if I can just kind of say something aloud here, it's something like, oh, I don't know, the instruction manuals not coming with the games and stuff like that. Like, I honestly still have all of the instruction manuals to all of the games that I still own that I obviously was able to acquire. And sometimes I do actually take a look at them and just, you know, go down memory lane a little bit. It's kind of fun to do so. Like even with what's going on in the game right now, just all of the, like, we get all these pictures of all these enemies that we've, like, gone through the game with, and just being able to snapshot something that has happened, just Like, I could take a look at that picture and think of all the times I saw them. Like, pictures are powerful. Art is cool. I suck at art myself, but art is cool. All right, well, we should be about halfway through, so I guess once the section I'm talking about shows up, I'll talk about it then. But I guess I'll just do my usual end of credits talk here for a little bit. Well, first off, what did you think of the playthrough so far? Like, I know I've got a little bit more to go, obviously. But what have you thought about this so far? It was really fun for me to like go back through and play the old Donkey Kong games, and we're at the end of the original DKC trilogy. Like it went by pretty dang fast, let me tell you. Oh, actually, I think this is the section here, so hold that talk off for a bit. But, okay, so, like, this is much more, like, stylized art. Like, this isn't an in-game screenshot. This is, like, actual art of the bosses. And it's things like this that would get put into, like, the manuals or the game guides. And that is always a really cool touch. Like, being able to see, like, the game can only depict them in such a way, but getting to see art like this, now this gives a whole new perception of character to all the bosses. Like, look at that. That's definitely a menacing snowman, let me tell you. And then big old Barbos there. Now, Baron K. Rulenstein here, he gets his own thing, but at least it's a little bit of a comedy touch, because it's like, I'm gonna set my own timer for my own picture here. It's not working. What's going on here? Oh, what's going on? Gotta try. Oh! Little elements of comedy in that one. I really do like it. I think this is the Bear Brothers? Nope. Animal Friends first. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that the credits don't play after, because, I'm probably going to run out of stuff to talk about here soon. It's always what it ends up being with a lot of these post-game things. Like, I do end up repeating a lot of the same things. Just like, hey, what'd you think of the playthrough and all that fun jazz. And I'm probably going to be doing that more still. But, just trying to think of things to talk about on the fly kind of deal. I will say, though, I'm pleased that this game still gave me a bit of a challenge. I definitely had a lot of deaths in the later levels for sure. Some were just me playing, like, oh, to backtrack that thought there. Like, again, stylized art of the characters just gives them an extra level of depth, and you can see their character. But, no, the game itself, I'm pleased that it still gave me a bit of a challenge so far. There's still a lot to go. There's still a little bit more to go through in some of the bigger challenges of the game. So we're gonna have a bit of a spree going through here. But I'm still pleased that some of the later levels gave me a bit of a challenge, because I said at the very beginning, it's like, oh, the game's not too challenging yet still is fun. Because in my head at the time, I was going, you know what, like, it's definitely easier than DKC 2, but it's not so easy that it, like, takes away from the fun. But I'm still pleased that even though I said that, I had to eat my own words, because a lot of the later levels gave me some challenge. So, yeah, I still think this game holds up. And I know at the very start of this, I said, like, I still think DKC 2 is the best of the trilogy, and then it's arguable between 1 and 3 where that position would go. In my head, I always just say DKC 2 is the best. But I always go back and forth between this game and DKC 2 as to which is my favorite. And, like, it goes between DKC 2 as its solid platforming, its style of music, which is really good, a solidly difficult game that ramps up at a nice curve. like, I would say it's a much straighter line than what I'd say DKC3 is. I'd say DKC3 is more on a curve, whereas DKC2 is straight. Oh, well, can I skip the credits? I don't think I can, so I'm going to have to talk for a little bit longer here. But, so yeah, it's between the music, the platforming, just all of those kinds of elements. And then DKC3. Like, a lot of people say with DKC3 that, like, this was at the very tail end of the Super Nintendo. Like, the N64, I think, had just come out. So, like, there was already that market. Like, and you even saw Wrinkly Kong in her cave playing a Nintendo 64, which I said I thought was a nice touch. But this was certainly at the end of the lifespan of the Super Nintendo. So, compared to what the N64 was putting out, this seemed a little bit dated already. And I want to say that, like, DKC2 was just, you know, I always think DKC2 is, like, right to the point. It's, you go level to level, you find secrets in the levels, and when you beat one level, you go to the next level. And the only secrets that you found were secrets that just, you know, really mattered in the grand scheme of things. It was just the bonus coins and the DK coins. But then you get to DKC3, which made a more open world style experience. Like, it's definitely not full open world, but a much more stylized open world type of experience. And it had more collectibles, it had more things to do for trade sequences and the banana birds and all that. And there was like, you had the Lost World, but it was definitely much easier to find. Like, you still had to collect the bonus coins to do the levels, obviously, but it was much easier to find, and all that kind of stuff. But I still think that DKC3 is very lovely to look at. Like, I have zero complaints about the art style of the game. The platforming I still think is solid, and everything else that goes within that is, I still think, fine. So I keep flip-flopping back and forth between which one I consider my favorite. Like, I could say DKC2 is my favorite one day, and then, like, 2 weeks later, I would be like, yeah, DKC3. Like, it's got all the good music, it's got the fun platforming, like, all that jazz. All right, well, we made it through the credits anyway, so we'll get back to this screen later on in the game, but this is kind of just a little ranking screen to show off how you did. But I'm definitely not at 103% yet, so I still have to do a little bit of work. But I'm very, very sad I lost all those lives. All right, well, let's go in and solve the final mysteries of the game. And for that to happen, we're going to go to the final level of the game. One of the most infamous. And now, we have to pay up the 25 coins to get the final special. And we're just going to go... It's too bad you can't speed this up. Now, in all fairness, I could have waited until the very, very end of the game and did every explosion in one go and then just work my way through all the levels right now. But this way, I literally just have to do the final level and then everything's good. Now, you'll already notice there that there's the exclamation point. That's because I've collected all 0 of the 0 bonuses in the level. So it's not just Rocket Rush! It's Rocket Rush, and it's already got the exclamation point figured out. But what makes this level so special, you who have not played this game before might ask? This is what makes it special. This darn rocket. So... Oh, and I forgot it's reverse controls. If I hit the ground, I die. I have to collect fuel all the way through. I just realized I should save here, just so I don't have to make my way through the rest of this. Oh boy, this is going to be a challenge. I have to think like the poison pipeline level. All right, I can do this. I know I can. I just have to remember how this works. So I can break. I just have to follow the stream of bananas. Get over. Now, there is a halfway. Oh, that's bad. I'm gonna need another fuel barrel to show up here soon. There is a halfway barrel. If I can make that, then I'm fine. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna make it. Oh, I was right there. Now, if you notice, this is one of the rare instances where both Kongs do their game over animation. Because you'd never actually lose a Kong. It's one shot and you're out. Keep moving. Should be right there. Oh, come on! Yeah, I'm going to die a lot here. This is where I wish I could have kept all those lives, but in order to access this level, I needed that last coin from Karen K. Rulenstein. And it's not fun. This level might drive me insane. As long as I remember to brake, take my speed, fine, move. Dang machine. As long as I remember just to push up. Okay, as long as I don't, like, impact the ground, I can actually slide across it. That part I remember. Okay. I don't want you going up. What the heck? Okay. So I've hit the first half. Here's the second half. We're going up! If we make one mistake, we have to start over. Like that. If I can make it out of this. Okay. I'm taking advantage of whatever tricks I can. You might think this is annoying. I think this is necessary. And I'm fairly certain I just lost. Yep. The end was right there, too. But you see, I made 2 mistakes, and I was dead. This is the one part of the game I never like to play. So I'm gonna do my pause thing again. I have to be tight with this. Straight up. Oh, that's gonna bite me. If I'm tight with my controls, I think I'm fine. Nope, I'm out. Yep. That's how tight this is. You thought any other level in the game was hard? This one demands near precision. One, two, three, and away we go. Eventually, it almost becomes like memory. One, two. I think just enough. Yes! There. The one thing I will say, the level isn't long. It's just annoying. But we did it. That's the level. It's done at least. And now we save. There. So that's every regular level in the game. What could be left? But the final boss. And now we can actually see what those cogs do. Now that all the cogs are in, the machine suddenly works. Doesn't seem to have done too much though, does it? What on earth is that racket? Hey, take a look outside, Kongs, you won't believe it. Now, come on, I've already read it. We can leave. But what ends up happening is that machine heats up the entire inside of this dormant volcano and forces this submarine up. So now we can access the final level, the Nautilus. But I do want to check something here real fast, because as you can see, it changed the font on the screen, and it also changes the background of the levels themselves, which I think is a very interesting touch. Like, I'm just doing a quick little scroll through here, because I want to check this out. But as you can see, every level now has this, like, heat font to it. Which I think is a really neat attention to detail. Like, even the cave here's got it. Like, you wouldn't even think the cave would have it, but that cave is heated up. And Swoopy Salvo here, same story. These trees are burning red. Even Rocket Rush here, similar to the previous mountain level, it's all on fire. Alright, now I should have saved. I'm going to save one more time because this is the typical case of, did I save? And then you go back in, you save again, and then you go back in, you save one more time because you weren't sure and you weren't looking. I swear, I have had times where I've been playing games where I'll save like 2 or 3 times, and it's only because I go into the process of saving, I look away, and then I don't see the, player has saved the game text, and I'm like, did I save? I need to save again. But then I have to remember to keep my eyes glued to the screen. Anyways, now we have the Nautilus. And an appearance of another old friend. What in blazes? So you're the ones responsible for scuttling my super secret submarine. Hey, nice alliteration. This is the last time you'll spoil my plans. I'm gonna bash you good. Whoa, big man. Right, look out, you cheeky little monkeys. Begin. So, it's got electricity in spades here. Now the trick is still the same. We have to hit the back of K. Rulenstein's backpack. But of course, he is in the foreground. Oh, come on. So we have to throw the barrel up and drop it on the backpack. Just have to make sure time's right. Didn't hit a sound there, but I know it worked. There we go. Alright, so we do another round of that. Timed it. Nice. Okay, one more round of that. I know there's some pretty tricky things I have to be careful of. Nope, I missed. Should have time for one more. Gotcha. Now we got a moving platform. Timing that. Go. Gotcha. Where's the trick? Gotcha. So Now, I have to be ready for the lightning that will come out. And I have to use the barrel as a shield. Are you moving back? Whoa! No, no. It's not how that was supposed to work. That's bad. That always was trouble for me. I know that. Okay, now you're moving. Where's the barrel? Oh, I was waiting for it. And now we got to do all that again. Isn't this fun? I'm really having to focus too. It's kind of a shame I can't really be talking too much. I guess I can kind of talk here in the beginning a bit. But this is an element of, well, really any video game in general. Like, I get that the challenge is to do all of this in one go. Like, it's meant to be a final boss, and it makes sense. I'm not doing this attempt with just one Kong, sorry. I went through that whole thing with 2 Kongs. I'm going to make sure I have 2 Kongs. But this is an element with a lot of the early platformers that I did not like. Is you've already proven you can do the first bit. It would make things a lot more streamlined if there were checkpoints. And again, I do get that this is a final secret boss. It's meant to be challenging. I acknowledge that. But it would be great if, say, like after the gunfight, or like all the gun, or the fireball blaster thing over there, whatever you want to call it. After you finished every section with that, you got a halfway barrel. And then you could just focus on doing the keg shots and the electricity and dealing with all that. Like if you got a reprieve, like that's all I'm saying is a thing, because I'm not doing this in a case of like having like save states or anything like that. This is all being done in like one shot, like just how it was like back in the day. If you managed it all in one go, you beat it. But it would be cool if it was still a thing. Or not still a thing, it was a thing. Okay, so like after this, or which way you firing? Get away. There we go. That now it's like, okay, you only have to focus on this section. Gotcha. Now you're gonna move. There. And that's random too. One more, I think. There you are. I think that's not it, is it? That is it! Okay. Well, I was complaining a lot, but, nope. That's the final boss. Okay, so I just had to play a little better. Okay. So now when you talk to Wrinkly here, and I was a little fast on the first screen because I wasn't expecting it. So now she's like, well, now there's this last element of the game with all of these banana birds, and they're getting really restless. Like, maybe you should try to deal with them. And it's saying, hey, like, Funky might be able to help. And Funky will be able to help, because it gives you one of the cooler things in the game. Because there are some things I've clearly not been doing right now. So now we're going to talk to Funky Kong here. Unbelievable type of a situation. You found all the DK coins. I'm sorry, Kongs. I didn't think you'd actually find them all, so I got nothing new to show you as I'm busy working on the super secret project. Hey, Kongs, just kidding. You know, may I introduce you to my finest and coolest creation, the Funky Gyrocopter. And as that copter part says, we fly now. We can just go all over the whole thing. So, You even get to see over on this side of the island here. As you can see, we got this giant cloud over here. And it's not just decoration. It's actually where we're going to be trying to get to. Oh, thank goodness. At last somebody has found me. That rotten yellow belly K. Rool imprisoned me behind this evil barrier, which he sealed with a dark and powerful magic spell. So clearly Baron K. Rulenstein is all about magic now. Then he commanded a bunch of his wicked Kremlings to hide the only one that could split this crystal key. My poor children. Only all of them together have the power to break the spell. Please, Kongs, find all my children and bring them back to me as soon as you can. In return, I promise to rid this land of K. Rool forever. So keep your eyes peeled and return as soon as you can. K. Rool had better pack his case now before I get my claws near him. So that is the last intended thing for us to do in the game, is to find all of the banana birds. So I'm going to try some here. There we go. It does let you collect it. So by beating Razor Ridge, that flower spawns there. And then we can visit Bramble right here and literally hand Bramble the flower. Bramble the Flame Botanist. I'm glad these horrible machines are destroyed. That's my beautiful flowers can start to grow again now. You got one. A perfect Fluperius Pedalus Pongus. Who comes up with these scientific names? But anyways, grab a flower, get a banana bird. Here, Bananus Goldus Flutterus. I think it's just like saying, hey, that there's a magic property to them. But ultimately, nothing too much comes of it. So now, let's go over here real fast. Because if you remember, there was a certain blue bear that was really sad that no one could show up to his birthday party. I think it's time we give him a present. A present? For me? Oh, thank you, Kongs. You've really made my day. Let's have a look inside. Of course, the music gets really, really fast now because everyone's really, really happy. You know, everyone's driving around and, oh, look at this. It's a bowling ball. Well, it's far too heavy for me. I know. Why don't you Kongs have it? A big, heavy ball. I wonder if there's anyone who needs that. I know. What about a cannon? So now we just go over here to Bazooka's Barracks. I have lots of old artillery, you know, but Bessie's my favorite. What a noise! What have you got there, Kongs? A heavy ball? Well, you never know. It might just work. Shall we load Big Bessie up and fire off? Absolutely. And boom! And that gets us right up to this cave that is being held by a rope. Here we go with all the memory. So I think it was that. B-B-Y-B. All right. So we just hop down from that cave that's being suspended by a rope. And all is good. So, you might think, oh, hey, well, what's the point of a gyrocopter if, like, all of the stuff is in the levels? Like, is it just to fly around the zones here and all is good? Well, I'm glad that they did decide to make some use of it. And there's some really secret areas here. Secret as in only accessible with the gyrocopter. So now it's memory games ahoy. Ooh, let's see if I remember this. Nope. I would think to write these down, but I'm going to try. I'm going to make my memory get all of this. Kind of glad that one had a similar start and similar finish, like almost the same pattern. So a lot of these bonuses that I'm coming across are related to bosses. Like, that's Belch's burrow, so right over there. Eric's horde was in this one, so there won't be anything to it. I don't think there was anything in the water. No, it's up here. Hilltop Horde. Nope. I was trying to remember the last 4, and I forgot the first 4 as a result. Okay, let's go. We can do it. Y. There we go. All right. And of course, to make use of the secret over here of this little island area, we have this secret. Nope. If I remember correctly, I think this is in Donkey Kong Country 3 Advance. Actually, I'll talk after this. No, it was Y first, then A. They actually made this an accessible new world. I think it's called Pacifica. So it actually introduced a whole new series of levels, which I think was kind of a nice touch. This one is literally just a Banana Bird secret cave. B, 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 X, B. Y, 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 X. B, 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 X, B, Y. X. Oh no! That was a simple code and I missed it. I missed. X, 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 X. 5. 5 X's, Y, B, B, Y. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Y, B, B. Could not have asked for a simpler one. Okay, if my calculations are correct, I think that is actually every Banana Bird. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over here and save the game. Because I think Wrinkly will actually say that the Banana Birds are getting really restless. And plus this lets me see my save screen. Like, we are full of birds now. My word, they seem very excited. Looks like they want to take you for a ride. Oh, actually it don't matter which one, because I always thought it was the central one that you go and visit. But either way, it is the end of the end here. Banana Birds fly us both to the clouds again. And we have achieved the true ending of the game. You did it! You did it! You found all of my children. At last I can be freed from K. Rool's spell. Ready, children? Sing along with me. Boom! Now, quite clearly, you should have been able to fly around this easily climbable wall, but we'll just go with game logic here and we'll say it was just trapped the ability to fly. So, as promised, she'll go and take care of K. Rool for us. You know, get K. Rool out of the land here after he stole our hovercraft. Admittedly, this is a very cool tune to be used for a chase theme. It's funny, I swear there's like 5 opportunities the Banana Bird Queen has to get K. Rool there. And in order to get rid of K. Rool, we just drop a giant egg on him. That's it. That completely takes care of K. Rool forever, and we're never going to see him again. Ha 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 ha. We know what happens next. But that's it. The secret ending has been achieved. Or maybe not secret ending so much as true ending, but it has been achieved. And that's really cool. Also, we got Funky and Cranky here, flying by, doing some jet skiing. And I'm gonna kind of just let the scene play out because it's one of my favorite elements of comedy coming up here in a little bit. It's also a very stylish background to look at too, so I'm very pleased to look at this as well. And now if you listen, and we're going into turbo speed, boom. If it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. That's what I say. Even Cranky gets to hold up a sign at the end. And the end, it is. There we go. 343, that's not bad. We are top banana. And even our first record stays there too, which is kind of nice. But there we go. That is the end of Donkey Kong Country 3. So, well, it's been a bit, so I'll just go back to my usual end of game talk here. So, what did you think? Did you enjoy the playthrough of DKC3? Did you enjoy going through the trilogy of the Donkey Kong Country games as they were? I certainly know that I had a blast playing these games again. Some of my favorites to go back to on the Super Nintendo whenever I get a chance. And I'm glad that I got to share this experience with everyone. So I say this was a great playthrough to have played. So as I think I had said before, but I will reiterate once again, this was just kind of to follow the natural progression to get up to Donkey Kong 64, which is a game that I've really, really wanted to play for all of you out there. Now, I know that game is a very, 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 very long game. Oh, you actually do cut away there. I might as well actually just go back into the main world here while I finish up my little talk here. But no, it was all for getting to DK64, because I did want to really play that game, but I really wanted to, I guess, pay homage to the earlier games, because I'm someone who's very nostalgic for a lot of the early era games, and I felt it wouldn't have been right to play DK64 without going back and re-enjoying the classics. So that's what this adventure has led up to, and I hope that if Donkey Kong 64 is a game you like to see played, I hope I will see you when DK64 eventually hits the table. So with that being said, to everyone who has watched and enjoyed this playthrough, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I might as well do one last little plug here, because at the time of recording this, I am still looking for questions to answer for my 100 subscriber special. So if you have any fun questions you'd like to have me answer, please go ahead and leave them in the comments below. I don't care if they're serious or silly questions, or even if it's 1 or 10. I'm looking for questions, and if you've got them, I will do my best to answer them. So, now that all that is taken care of, it's time to do the usual end of game send-off. So, with that being said, thank you very much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed the playthrough. Take care, stay safe, and have a wonderful day.